Well, there are a lot of processes, but just consider this. Consider what vehicle should we talk about? A train or a vehicle on the ground, a car? Just imagine some vehicle moving at a high rate of speed, and there being brush and things in the way, but the car just blows through it because the momentum of it carries it, as opposed to stumbling over each and every. Think about the shock absorbers on your really efficient vehicles and how you can move even on bumpy roads with very little hindrance of the resistance of the bumps. That's sort of what we're talking about. And so rather than trying to get rid of all of the resistance, get out ahead of it, and then it becomes, this is a new analogy, but we think it would be the perfect one for you to hear. So imagine that you're moving on an open road at a pretty good clip, 70 or 80 miles an hour, and your vehicle's a good one, and it feels really good. And every now and again, this is a road kind of like that whack-a-mole. You saw how sometimes the things came up? So on this road, there are little things that keep coming up. And when they come up, your wheels are going to hit them, or you're going to try to swerve around them. And you can get really good. You could go so fast that you could mow them over, but your car will wear out soon. It's hard on you. Or you could be really efficient at swerving around them, but then you better slow down. And so now you're not really enjoying where you're going as much because you're having to tend to those things that keep popping up. So what we're encouraging is that by getting out ahead of it through meditation or appreciation, meditation or daydreaming, we'll talk about all of those things. What happens is, by achieving a different vibrational frequency, you're not calling those resistant things up to meet you, so they all stay below ground. So you're just moving along resistance free. That's a pretty good analogy, isn't it? Rather than being sloppy in your thinking and introducing all the resistance to your trail and then having to deal with the resistance, you get out ahead of it and the resistance just doesn't keep coming up. That's how it works. Now here's another thing. We're going to stay with you for a little while on this conversation until we can feel that you're grasping it. Because this process, you've heard the words before, daydream. Do you remember when you were kids? Before you were responsible? Before you felt responsible? Before you were resistant? Before you were defensive? Some of you can remember those moments in time. Some of them you've been living recently. But it's a little snatch of time where somehow you're not resistant in thought, and your mind is just receiving the ingredients of your vortex. They're putting themselves together with the tutelage or tutorialage, with the help of your inner being, who knows where you stand in relationship to everything that you want and knows what the ingredients that you've put into your vortex is. So knows what the path of least resistance is for you to receive a thought. So do you think that you're here to create your own reality? You are. But do you think that the reason that you are here to create your own reality is that when you create your own reality, you will like it better? Well, that's one reason. But it isn't the reality that you are creating that you are here about. It's the thrill of reality creating that you're here about. It's the thrill of lining up with your true power and watching what you desire flow to you through the power of your own focus. It's the journey. Now, you've heard that your whole life. The joy is in the journey. Almost everybody is saying it, and nobody knows even what they mean when they're talking about the joy is in the journey. But we want you to know that what we mean by the joy is in the journey is that you did a lot of the journey when you knew what you didn't want and therefore knew what you did want. And you say, well, that was not all that joyful. And we say, well, it was to your inner being because you were identifying who you are. When someone was rude, you said, I like nicer. When somebody was hateful, you want more love. When somebody is diminished in some way, you want upliftment. When someone is sick, you want well. When someone's confused, you want clarity. When it's you, even more. You've been isolating and identifying, and there is this extraordinary grouping of ingredients that are the making of an ecstatic life experience for you. But you got to find a way to be in the vibrational vicinity of it. Now, we've been telling you this story in lots of different ways. We've been saying to you, step one is you ask. That's the contrast part of it. Know what I don't want. Ask for what I do want, whether you put it in words or not. Step two is, that's the source energy part of it. That's your inner being part of it. That's the vortex part of it. That's the gathering of the cooperative components part of it. Step two, when you ask, it is given. It's in vibrational form, and you say, I don't want it to be in vibrational form. I want it to be out where I can see it. I'd like to park it in my garage. I'd like to take it to my bed. I would like to go to the movies with it. I don't want this vibrational reality creation. And we say, but it is that way in the beginning. And so if you will accept that the ingredients are there and that you will be guided, you will be led, you'll be called, you are being guided, you are being led, you are being called to your path of least resistance. But what we're saying to you here today is you've got some whopping resistance going on, because you have played the objective game so much that you hardly ever put yourself in a position where you can receive an impulse that's on the path of least resistance and feel the empowerment of your inner being about it.